Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Planescape Torment. So we, in the last episode, turned in several quests, which was great. I don't feel like we found really any weaknesses other than a potential mutiny from the ghouls, and the only reason they haven't mutinied is because there's so many skeletons and so many zombies. And if we could somehow lessen those numbers, I don't know. I don't
All
know.
right.
We'll head back. We'll head back to the Warren of Thought and see what the rats have to say. And at some point, we really need to get to con some level 3 spells. I was under the impression that his little disc, he would be able to learn more spells locked away inside that. I didn't realize I have to memorize spells, and that he had a spell book. I mean, that was purely assumption. So,
Done.
hello, were-rats. Well, it's good to see they're not overly upset with me for killing Sogo. I think I'm going the right way. Yes. Tell us what you know, genocide. Nothing yet. Ugh.
All right.
Well, we just apparently didn't learn a thing. Fine. Fine. Out of my way, rat. Oops.
Done. Done.
I really was not expecting for either one of these sections with the cranium rats or the undead to be peaceful. I really thought it was going to be just fight after fight. Shows how little I know about D&D. He nods to you solemnly. Could we rest here? Thou shalt be safe to rest here. Wow, we can. I wasn't even... Okay. We're in need of healing. Can you help us? Oh, look at that. We know 500 for a heal. Get out of here. Well,
Done.
alright. I kind of want... I kind of want to try to get into these chambers, like open the door and go in. But the guards are standing in front, and that just screams no. We need a key. Read all that. We read all that. What is it I'm missing? Decan, let's roll. Stop getting confused by the door. We didn't go this way, but we don't need to go to the Warrens of Thought. Oh wait, is this the other... to the other door? Yep.
I'm gone. All right.
So if you could somehow pick that lock, you could take a back way in here. Alright. I don't see any other... I don't know what to do. We did everything in there.
I'm gone.
I mean... So you read all this. God. I mean, do we just need to go back to Pharod?
I'm gone.
Let me look at my quest. Maybe it's one we're just gonna have to come back to later, just like the one where we gotta get rid of Reegwyn's curse. I have remove curse. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's probably too easy. Perhaps I could find a way to help him. He said he was cursed by some fat balding man who favors dressing in orange. The curse spitter probably. You know what? We might still be able to do something. Because I do have remove curse. Yeah, we could try that. Because it seemed like there was two ways to help the ghoul with
I'm gone.
the name issue.
Die. Rock sings true.
Damn it.
Rock sings true. Forced it. Done.
Oh, come on, people. And there's Pharod. He looks old. Before you is an elderly man leaning heavily upon a crutch. His left leg is twisted, as if he tried to walk two directions at once and paid the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull and is flecked with liver spots. He is mumbling and smacking his lips as his eyes make a circuit of the room. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Aha! The man's eyes light up as he hears your voice. Tisn't my steady crop of jink come to Pharod's waiting arms again. Greetings, corpse. He smiles a wicked grin. Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt to the mortuary walls? Ooh, this one's interesting. No, I'm here to ask you some questions that only you can answer. He studies you, mumbling slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. Isn't a mummer's fare, corpse? No time for games. No time for Pharod to play the wheel. Who are you? What are you asking such questions for? We're going to tell the truth. I've forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me. Eh? Pharod licks his lips. They make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. Now, who told you such a thing, corpse? Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back. They told me to seek you out if I ever forgot myself. Ah, so little said, so much told. Pharod falls silent. Suddenly, you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you, like a corpse in a mortuary slab. I know much you would know. Much, yes, much indeed. Pharod smiles slowly. The folds of his flesh on his face are peeling back like a curtain. What do you know of me? Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon a crutch like a vulture. No, not free. The question you ask. His pasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. Much I could tell you, but telling has a cost. Go on, Pharod. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker Square. Yes? Chambers, vaults, corridors filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, there lies something misplaced. Something of mine. What is it? A small thing, a trinket. Such trifle. As Pharod speaks, his words start echoing as if two people were speaking. You know you've heard them before from your own lips. It's a sphere made of bronze. Ugly, it feels like an egg to the touch and smells like rotten custard. Am I right? Pharod falls deathly silent for a moment, then nods. Yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse? He chuckles. Did you return to see if I will remember what it is I want? Do you know where the sphere is? Ah! Pharod's sigh is like shifting sand. And why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it's buried deep, far deeper than any villager has ever gone. Pharod tisks. It may be in the catacombs where waters run deep, deep. Very well, I'll do it. But I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket. There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse. He holds up a withered finger. One of them is this bit of wisdom: everyone wants something, whether they know it or not. There's much I know about you. much that you would want to know. Very well. I'll see about finding this sphere for you in exchange for what you know. Very well. A deal struck, a deal made. Pharod cracks his clutch sharply against the flagstones. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there's no time to waste. Go to the gate to the southeast and tell the slumbering fools to open it for you. Oh, Jesus. I didn't have to fight them. And I should have came here first. Doesn't matter. What's done is done.
Updated my journal.
Well, we got the sphere. Ah, corpse. Pharod turns as you approach, his crutch clacking in the cobbles of the court. He licks his lips and smiles expectantly. Have you brought me what I asked for? The bronze sphere? Here it is. 15,000 experience. Pharod's eyes gleam as you hand him the bronze sphere. He touches it gingerly, almost reverently. He chuckles. Ah, corpse, such a gamble you were, and paid off handsomely you have. Pharod studies his reflection in the sphere, and tisks. The years have been cruel to me, I see. I did what you asked, Pharod. Now I want some answers. Pharod doesn't even look at you as you speak. His attention is swallowed by the sphere he holds. Yes, ask your questions. Pharod turns the sphere in his hands. Very important, your questions. What do you know about me? Why was I told to seek you out? Pharod studies you with a critical eye. Stay your weapons for what I'm about to say, corpse, for it could be your ears will take offense. Pharod smiles wickedly. My ears no longer care, but yours are still fresh for the burning, it seems. Alright, let's vow. You have my word that I'll stay my hand, Pharod, but I need to know what you know. The truth. Pharod's tone softens as if cajoling. The truth was stretched a bit from my mind to my tongue when we first spoke, corpse. In all terrible honesty, I know little about you. He raises a withered finger. Yet, hear me out. Yes? You're a cutter who plays at being dead, as I see. Pharod squints at you. Some time ago you came to me like you are now, but not just strolled right into Illwind Court and said you wanted an audience with me. An audience with you? Aye, an audience. Pharod chuckles like whispering sand, like I was royalty. He seems amused, but there's an edge in his voice. You knew the right things to say, you did. Oh yes. You spoke the chant like a governor, born and true, and I listened. What did I want from you? Pharod gives a mock bow, his crutch creaking as he leans against it. O Pharod, great collector king, you says, I have come before you to request a boon. A boon, I says? What could I offer a man of such obvious strength? Go on. Pharod wags his crooked finger, and you ask for a strange thing. You says, Lord Pharod, I ask for a courtesy. Your collectors roam throughout the hive. If they should find my body, I want it kept safe. That is all I ask. Pharod shrugs. A simple boon. I see. And that's all you know? Before you can speak, you suddenly feel a prickling in your skull as Pharod speaks the word boon, and you smell of blood and the smell of blood and fear rushes through your nostrils. Pharod is hiding something. Something that happened in the past involving you, and it scares him. The boon he granted you was no simple matter. So you granted my boon just like that. There's nothing to be gained from it for you. Why did you even agree to do it? Pharod falls silent for a moment. A dead man can keep no promises, and promises to a dead man are easy enough to make, corpse. You're a merchant, Pharod, not a Samaritan. There must have been another reason. Aye? Pharod's face suddenly peels back in fury, his skin flushing red. After you'd strung up a score of my blood on the hive walls to die, I had enough reason to promise you the plains themselves. Then your butchering self comes to my home, in my kip, to demand a boon of me. Pharod calms himself, though his face is still flushed. I agreed. I'm sorry about your people, Pharod. That wasn't me. But if I can make up the loss to you, I will. Pharod tisks. No matter. Them bodies serve me well enough. The Dusties pay the same for fresh debtors as for old. Is that the only reason you agreed to my request? You knew things about me. Things only I knew. You knew I was greedy for something beneath Sigil, and you put a name and a picture to it. The bronze sphere, you said. I didn't think you would fetch it for me. He chuckles. Yet did you? Aye, the plains turn in strange ways. And that's all you know. All I know? Nay. But it's all I know about you, corpse. Fine. Next question. What did you take off my body after I died? I? Pharod licks his lips. Why, I took nothing, corpse. His face splits in a grin. Then I wasn't the one that found your body. Who did? Pharod's smile widens, pulling the pasty folds of flesh back from his face like a curtain. My daughter, the rose of my eye, the sweetest of my family, and the sharpest wit of them all. He licks his dry lips and sighs in mock sadness. Such a cruel tongue on her. Your daughter? Who? Let's try to guess. I'm willing to bet it's... let's say the leader of that gang in the Angels thing that we had to kill, Black Rose, and then that other gang leader, whatever her name was.
Updated my journal.
Anna, my darling Anna. She found you. I don't think that was who I was talking about. Damn. She found you, dead as a debtor can be, in a place where most collectors wouldn't go for a mountain of coppers. Could be she plucked something off you. Could be not. He leans in, shaking his head. You'll have to ask her, for it's not her da's place to say. Don't lie to me, Pharod. You're a merchant, and you always take a cut from your workers. What did Anna give you from my body? Ah, yes, my tribute. Pharod folds his withered hands over his crutch, almost protectively. There's no telling what was from you or not, corpse. Most like there was nothing. Pharod, we're going to tell the truth. Pharod, my patience is at an end. There will be nothing left of you or this village if you don't hand over the tribute. No, let's go with this one. I don't want to threaten violence. I'm trying to play this differently than I normally would, say, like in Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. If you don't hand over... My patience is at an end. If you don't hand over what was stolen from me, I will see to it the dustmen know where to find you. Pharod is silent for a moment. He taps his finger against his crutch, slowly. Well? Yes. Where's the decency of a man gone? Pharod grumbles, shaking his head. A courtesy I'm doing for you, corpse. Such a courtesy. Pharod, parting with anything. It'd be the dead book for me if anyone heard. Wait here. Move not a yard, and I shall return.
Updated my journal.
And where are you going? Wow, he returned. I thought he was going to slink off. After a long while, Pharod returns, his crutch clacking against the flagstones. In his hands, he holds a number of items, which he passes to you. You will be silent on this and accept the blessing that I even remembered. A few hundred coppers, a scrap of paper, and a ring. Very well. Now, who was it who found me again? My darling girl, Anna. Oh, I know. I remember Anna. She was that bitch telling me off in the square. Yeah, in the area, the northeastern part of the hive. Okay. She found you, dead as deader can be. Oh, yeah, we already went through all that. Alright, where is she? Where's Anna? Pharod shrugs. She's hiding in the shadows here, I expect, listening to us trade the chant. I'd call for her after you went below. Had to ask her if you were really in the dead book when she found you or not. He chuckles dryly and then takes a deep breath and calls out to the darkness. Anna, stop mithering in those shadows and get out here and greet our guest. You bitch. She's here? That's her. That tiefling, yeah! I remember you. And she was in the PC section of the Beasts. So I'm guessing we're going to get her as a companion here. That'd be great.
Oh, what now?
You turn to see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. You didn't even hear her enter the chamber. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horn shoulder piece protects her left arm. Yeah, we remember that. You're Anna. I met you in the hive, outside the mortuary, correct? The girl ignores you and turns to Pharod. What's this about then? I'm not playing leash pull with this scarred dog, so I'm not. Get one of your other gullies to do it. Anna, rose of my eye, have I not taught you to respect the dead? A thin smile worms across Pharod's face, and he makes a slight bow towards you. This resourceful corpse needs to know where you found him. Eh? What are you on about? She squints. He's not a deader. Ah, yes, my mistake. Pharod nods, then his voice drops dangerously. Yet, my darling Anna, that still makes your mistake. That still makes it your mistake. For this one only had 1 foot in the dead book when you brought him to me. He taps his crutch against the flagstones with a light tap. He woke up and sought me out. Most embarrassing. So? Anna glances at you, then shrugs. He shouldn't be playing Deader on the Hive while I'm about, or he'll wake up in the Dusty's arms. He will. Let's go ahead and end this here, and we'll pick it right back up. We're getting super close to time, and I don't think I have 30 seconds to finish reading all this dialogue. So we'll pick it right up in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.